Okay guys, so we're back with another video, and this little episode we're going to be talking about our New Year's resolutions. So basically we're going to be naming a few things that I would want to change going into 2024. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so number one, the first thing I'm going to change going into 2024 is going to be to not let my family affect my personal life. So over the years, like when I'm going through things with my family, it kind of take a toll on me and my thought process and what I got going on. So going into 2024, I'm definitely going to stand on business and stop involving myself in other people's life issues that has nothing to do with me, apparently. Okay, and number two, the second thing I want to change is the communication with my son. I feel like he getting older now, and he understand things more. So I feel like, being that he don't have like a father figure in his life, I feel like I need to step it up and guide him, because I feel like he's a little lost. Use some direction from someone who has been through it, not only can tell him how to get through it, but been through it firsthand. Number three, the next thing I want to change is to stop letting the celebrity lifestyles on the internet confuse me and what my mission and my journey is here on life. So what I mean is I can want to be a business manager. I can want to consult these people. I can do what I think is best for them to do in their career, but I do also have to understand that these people have a management team, these people have a marketing team, these people have a label, these people have people that they're obligated to stand on business and do what comes in their contract and what they signed up for. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what's going on in that department, so I do know that I need to take a little step back and do a little more observing as far as the marketing side of things, and understand that I can't help everybody. And regardless of how bad I feel for them, how much I want to inspire them through their situation, I'm starting to understand that some people are in the situation that they're in for a reason, and I just have to leave them there and hope that they can do what it is they need to do to be successful and make it out. I don't know, guys, I've been like thinking about it lately. Like, I feel like my sarcasm and like my communication and my little jokies, they're not really being taken as a funny type of thing. So I do need to work on that and understand that people are not educated, or people are not secure, and people are not confident in their own situations and in their own skin. So I do need to take that into accountability and understand that no matter people smile on the internet, like they're probably just miserable. And that's just pretty much it. And to touch bases on that, like I recently put on Instagram, like, when I got my Diddy tattoos, like I got them with like my last, like my last $50 in my pocket, my last $100 in my pocket. I went and got 3 tattoos. So I realized over the past couple weeks that since I've got these tattoos, I've realized that it's been bothering people, like it's been like razzling their little dazzle. And I feel like regardless of how I know my intentions are, like I know my intentions, and why I got it, and what it stands for and what it values for, and what kind of confidence it serves, and what kind of loyalty it serves, and what kind of purpose it serves. But I feel like maybe other people, they just don't get it, because I get it. Normal people don't do the stuff I do. And this is why I say I'm not like y'all. I don't do the things y'all do, And me personally, I feel like there's like, I see a lot of people get celebrity tattoos. So like, thinking in my head that if all those people who like ever tatted any type of celebrity, if they had to go through the stuff that I went through, and they never like said nothing about it, or never like shed light to it, like, that's craziness. That's craziness, because you're like misguiding people, and you're out there in the world that you can tag a celebrity name that inspire you, or you want to be a part of their empire, and sometimes like your intentions goes bad. Like, these people have their own lives, they have stuff going on, they have girlfriends, they have wives, they have business partners, situationships, entanglements, like they have all type of things going on. So you do have to take that into consideration, like, and me personally, take it into consideration, do your research, and not just on the internet, like, try to not be so impulsive, and maybe take your time on what it is you want people to get from what you decide to do, because I do know that everybody has their own frame of reference. So anything they got to give an opinion on, it kind of goes through what and what you stand on, and what you think is acceptable and what you think is not acceptable. And I get that part, but me personally, like, I'm come from a non-judgmental frame of reference, understanding, a compromising one. So I don't really get offended by certain things that other people get offended by. But I do know, ever since I got these tattoos, like, it's been bad, guys. It's been bad, and I don't want to lie to you, but I don't want to like scare you either, or I don't want to traumatize you guys. But I do know it's been bad, and not for me, like, just for like others, and like what they got going on and things like that. And I know I play a lot of jokes. Like, I play a lot, but one thing I don't play is like wrecking somebody home, or wrecking somebody family, or trying to be that one that think I'm a replacement, or I can do it better, because that's never the situation. And I feel like, even though before and after and while I feel like I made it very clear that I don't want to be nobody's replacement. I don't want to be nobody's wife. I don't want to be nobody's girl, side piece. Like, like, here to do my job. And that is manage a business of any kind. And I feel like a lot of people, they lose focus because of what they see my potential is, or that's just like, you see somebody on the internet with a nice body. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna make her a model. I'm gonna make her a model because I like her body. I like the way she do. Like, you can't do that. That's just not how life works, unfortunately, and not for me. Or you can't just say, I like her voice. Like, I wonder how she would sound on a real microphone in a real booth, like, with real soundproof. Like, you can't do that. You cannot just create like what you like. You can't do that. You can't just take somebody and create a dream. And I think that's where the problem lies in hand, because a lot of people that's in their career, they don't even want to be in their career, so they're not giving it their all, they're not taking it serious, and they're kind of being like forced to do it. So it kind of takes out the purpose, and you become like a little puppet, and I wouldn't wish that on nobody, not even myself. Like, I would never wish becoming a puppet on anybody, because it's hard to, it's like being an actor. Like, it's hard to put yourself in somebody's like brain, and kind of like what is it called, and kind of like execute their journey. It's hard, it's really hard to do, It's so hard to execute somebody's else journey. It's hard and it's a lot on you. And that's like for actors, like they got it the worst. Like they literally have to put themselves in someone else's shoes and execute the story. Like it's so hard to do. So it's like when you're being forced to do that, when you're being forced to do it, it's so much hard to force your brain to play this character. It's harder than actually wanting to play the character, and I hate that because it's so many people on this earth. It's so many people on this. You gotta think, the thousands of people that say no, it's like 5,000 in the world that'll say yes. They'll say yes voluntarily, with talent, without talent, potential, whatever, they'll say yes. So it's like to force it on someone when there's like bigger and better out there in the world that is voluntarily going to apply for the job is just like crazy to me. And I think that's kind of where the hate and the jealousy, and that's where all that comes in, because it's like you're sitting there seeing somebody being forced to do this career when there's like billions of people out here that is way more qualified and willing to do that position. And that's just what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to advocate for, the people who voluntarily want to do things, and like people shouldn't have to be forced to do it. So it gets to a point where it's like I'm going so hard trying to help somebody's career, and I'm going so hard trying to get them out, and the whole time behind closed doors they're like sitting back like, I don't want to get out, and I don't know what she's talking about, and I'm not doing, like, what? So that is the part where I say I need to stop going so hard for people who don't want to go hard for themselves. Because it's like, you could say, oh, I don't want to be an actor no more, I want to be a singer, right? So you'll have your label come up to you, they all grilling you down. Like, first they start the conversation off like it's impossible, you can't do that because of A, B, and C. So now, like, automatically they put you in this bubble where you think it's not possible, and then you start to program your mind on, like, why are you here in this situation? What could have happened to where I'm sitting in front of my label and I have to reassure them that I'm loyal and I value my opportunity. So now you start to play the blame game, and you start to tear other people down to have hopes of, getting further in life because you tore them down or you threw them under the bus, or, that's just not how life go. Like, can you picture being in a meeting, the same meeting, and you actually sat there and say, well, I sing better than I act, and I think A, B, and C would be better because I could bring in this amount of money, and, if we kind of like, people already look at me as this image. So if we do A, B, and C to change the image first, and then change the position, and then execute the journey, it would probably go so much different. Because it's like when you're in college and you pick a major. My first major was psychology, guys. So when I went back 5 to 6 years later, I changed my major to business management and human resources. So that just goes to show you, like, it doesn't matter where you start, is where you end, and you have to have a plan. When I went to college the first time, like, I was kind of shaky about psychology, but I didn't have another way. I didn't have, a plan B. I didn't know that, I can change my major. I didn't know these things, and I didn't have these resources and this knowledge. So it gets to a point where you just have to stop complaining and make it work. Like, if you want to change your career journey, you have to make plans on what you're going to do to change it. That's like me. I know I wanted to go back to college, but I knew from the first time I went to college, with the criminal law system and my family and everything I got going on, I knew that I would not be able to execute going to college and passing because of the things I had going on in my life. So what I do, I moved 3 hours away, got a little studio by myself. I isolated myself. I started working, got my bills paid down, got a foundation, got a support system, got back in contact with my family, made a little routine when I'm on visit, got everything in order. And then I went to college online because I knew that I wouldn't have that structure to actually go like for sure and make it. So I kind of just did it online so that anywhere my life takes me, I will be able to still do my work on my phone, computer, wherever. You can literally download Microsoft Word on your cell phone. So it's no excuse. If you got to write an essay while you at work, you got to write an essay while you out with your friends, it's no excuse, because you can go right on Microsoft on your phone and you can get to type in your essay and save it, get it done, get a PDF and get your homework, still to end. So that kind of just works for me. The online works for me. You can be like anywhere, anytime, and get the work done, And even as far as like if you got Zoom classes, like you can Zoom anywhere, like Optimum everywhere, Xfinity everywhere, like Zoom everywhere. So it's just like Zoom. You can always Zoom if you put your mind to it. So it's just all about your journey and how you want to execute it, and it'll work. But as for me, chasing celebrities is not really a first priority. It's not really a first priority for me at this point, because I kind of got a taste of what comes with the territory, and I'm not with none of that shit. I'm not with none of it. Like, none of it. I made it very clear that I don't want to be watched like an experiment. I don't want to be like, like suffocated. Like, I need my space. I want to be working for a team that has faith in me, that trusts me, that I can handle everything and get it done. So once I feel like these people don't trust me, because anything can happen in life that makes you feel like somebody don't trust you, even though the intentions might be different from what they conceive it to be. But I know for me, once I get to a point where people start like, snooping around and looking around and anything of that nature, it can be making a fake page and looking at my story, it can be that simple, just that simple, that simple, you can be adding one of my friends on social media that I hang with in real life, or getting in contact with my family. Like, it could be anything of that nature that makes me feel like, okay, like I don't get scared, like scared is not really my thing, but I do know I get overwhelmed and my anxiety bothers me for sure, and I might get a little upset, but like I do know I pass anger management, so I kind of been like, but for the most part, it's like if you do anything in that nature, it kind of just makes me think that you don't trust me. So once I know that you don't trust me, it kind of like it rubs me like really, really bad. It rubs me really, really bad, rather than you just coming to me and doing what it is, or saying whatever it is that needs to be said or done, But as far as like the extraness, I don't like it. It's like, it's disgusting to me, like, and I feel like no matter how wrong people do to me, I would never sit here and like, like if I know I can control it or stop it or do anything to make it better, like if I knew or I had the knowledge, like that's the type of stuff that bothered me, because it's like when people I trust don't even feel comfortable telling me something that's either going to make or break everybody, is like that's deep, and I feel like that's where the communication becomes in. It's like you communicate some things, but you don't communicate it all. So it's like you communicate one thing and now you got the other person like, trying to fix everything, and then the whole time that's just not even a situation, So it's like people bring in their misery on other people and say, oh, I'm the reason it happened. Or I could sit back and say, well, you shouldn't have did A, B, and C, and maybe it wouldn't have been that worse. Like, that's my vibe, that's my vibe. And I feel like anything that happened attached to my name, most of the time the people are like they want me, like I'm the person that they actually is interested in. I'm the talent, like I'm the one they're interested in. So I feel like every time I get a little attention in any type of way, like people around me, they automatically go into defensive mode, and they start to think about themselves and how they can come up off any situation, because they know it's always come up when you say my name. Like anything on my name, it's like they automatically take the opportunity. And then when they find out that that's not the situation, and now they're stuck deep down in a hole in the ground, all because you wanted to do a jump start on something I probably had no plans of even doing. So that. And then if I do choose to do it, now I have to up the bar, and knock everybody down like dominoes because you tried to take me out. I have no control over that. I have no control over that, but I do know everybody's grown. Everybody searched the internet as well as I searched the internet. Same things I put in Google, everybody on this earth have once Googled, at least once before. Whether you keep Googling it because you forgot something, or you don't Google it because it's stored in your head and you just know what it is already. Like, either way, everybody has the same knowledge as me. Whether you get high or whether you got stuff going on or sickness or whatever it is that distracts you from what's going on in the world around you, that has nothing to do with me. But I do know, you can blame the internet, but I do know everybody has the ability to put their phone down and not be on the internet. Whether you choose to do it, that's on you, and it has nothing to do with me. But I do know most of the time, any information I have is from the internet. It's still on the internet. I can Google it and I can show you exactly who posted it on the internet. Like, it's still on the internet. So it's like, to come at the messenger that's elaborating on information that was already put out there in this world and never even taken down is wild to me. The information is still there. So it's like, you guys want us to see it. So to sit here and try to terminate everybody actually understands what's being put out there is just wild to me, because I feel like everybody understands. Like, whether you want to lie and act like you don't understand, like, I don't have nothing to do with it. But I do know, if you put me in a room, you can take a list and make a list. Do you know what's going on in the world? Do you not know what's going on in the world? You can sit me down with all the people who lying and saying they don't know what's going on, and I bet you every last one of them really know what's going on. Why they lie, I don't know. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is the point of lying? You don't think it's going to be way worse when you lie? It's like, and that's just my approach. But the lying is just not for me. So I know that I wouldn't be in any type of field that consists of me like just lying, just whole lying, completely lying. Like, I can't do it, like, it got to be some type of truth implemented into this exaggerated storyline, and that's just kind of my approach. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this episode up because it's been a long episode, and I'm gonna keep you guys tuned. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna put out a couple videos before the year ends, so I'm gonna definitely just get them all edited and set it off like dominoes. But for the most part, if you got dreams, just chase them, guys. Just chase them, and stay tuned for the next episode of Chit Chat before 2024 ends.